Howdy folks, it's me again, Mr. Whiskers, that's right. The program is brought to you by thebeardstruggle.com. If you know, or someone you know has a beard, whether short to the face or really long, either way, here's the products they need to have. Go to thebeardstruggle.com, use promo or discount code Mr. Whiskers15. That's all one word, Mr. Whiskers15, and you will receive a 15% discount. The link is in the description section. Check it out. Now, here's what you've got to have to make wine. I want to go step by step so I don't overwhelm anybody. Now, the enzymes and chemicals that I'm going to tell you about today, I'm going to explain them later in the show when we actually put this together to make a wine. I want to go step by step so nobody gets left behind. So if you're just joining us, start with the first video and move your way on forward, and we will get into this. Now, when I'm going to talk about a primary fermenter, I'm talking about a bucket. This is what we do at home. This is a 4.5 gallon bucket. You can buy them in 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 5 gallon. That one just happens to be a 4.5 gallon bucket. You can go to your grocery store, go to the bakery, become really good friends with the bakery manager. As they empty buckets, if you talk to them and get to know them, they'll give you a call and tell you, hey, I've got 5 buckets, and they'll say for $1, $2, $3, whatever for each one. Just get them home, clean them out real good, sanitize them really good, and you're ready to go. Now, I've seen a lot of videos on Facebook. I've also seen a bunch of videos on YouTube that they tell you you can use bread yeast. Now, yes, it is kind of the same thing, but it's kind of not the same thing. I buy wine-making yeast because I'm making wine. I'm not making bread. It's a little more expensive, but guess what? The quality is fantastic. You're not going to get a better quality than a wine yeast when you're making wine. You're also going to need to buy grommets. They come in little bags like this. You can buy them 15, 20, 30, whatever you want to buy them for. When you go to your local winemaking store. You're also going to need to buy air locks. Some look like this, some look a little different. They all do primarily the same thing, and that is allow the carbon dioxide to get out of your bucket and not let other air back in like oxygen. That's the enemy, so don't allow that. You also need to get yourself a handy dandy recipe book. That's going to tell you step by step what you want to do. This book happens to break everything down per gallon. So if you're making a 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you're doing, you just multiply. It's really, really easy. Now, these other enzymes I'm going to tell you about, I'm going to explain to you what they are used for as we go into actually making wine. You're going to need to buy Camden tablets. You're going to need to get acid blend. You're going to need to get potassium sorbate. That's going to help stabilize the wine when you go to bottle it. Pectin enzymes. You're going to need to buy yeast nutrients. You're going to need to buy wine tannins. You also need a yeast energizer. All these things will be explained more in depth as we go. You're also going to want to buy either a nylon straining bag, which you can purchase at your wine supply store. You can also, here's a little trick, pantyhose. That's right, pantyhose. That way, when, of course, don't get them used. Use them only for the wine. Don't put them on mama's legs and then think you're going to make good wine. In addition to your primary fermenter, you can buy jugs. Now, this one happens to be a 1 gallon jug. Now, you want to have more room in your fermenter because there's going to be a lot of pressure built up in there. You also want to know about your water quality. This is crucial. When you make wines from fruits, yes, you're going to extract some of that fruit when you squeeze it, but you're also going to want to add water to kind of help that extract more juice. So you want to know your quality of water. So you're going to become a scientist in a lot of respects. So learn to love and appreciate science. Chlorine is the enemy. Now, what I do personally, just so I don't have any other minerals in that water, is I will buy distilled water. It's just my personal preference. You can use tap water, but again, know what's in there and how it may adversely affect the wine. So just to prevent any problems I personally use distilled water. Now, this is just kind of a quick throw together of what items you're going to want to need to get. You can look up online for winemaking supply places, and you can get whatever you want from there. Most of them will sell stuff to you per ounce or per pound as far as the chemicals and enzymes that I have. So get a hold of somebody to do that. And that way you know you're getting a quality product, so when you make your wine, you are proudly able to show your friends and share with your friends on that wine. And we'll go more in depth as we go. So I will see you next time. Y'all have a great one.